country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
Going on, and welcome to, what is today? Tuesday's episode of Dear America. Let's go ahead and get business out of the way first. We need every single one of you to make sure that you hit that like button. I feel like, do we really have to say that anymore? I feel like we shouldn't, but
I think you have to.
Because when I don't, the likes go down. And so we need
to.
every one of you to hit the like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see the truth, the more people see this video. If this is your first time watching, make sure to hit that follow button. And let's go ahead and get the chat blowing up right now. We received yesterday probably the most disturbing footage I've seen yet over the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And I now believe that it is without a shadow of a doubt that it was an inside job. If you believe that the assassination attempt on President Trump's life was an inside job, comment yes or no in the chat. I want to see the chat start to blow up. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions. What do you guys think? We're also going to talk about the fact that they're trying to rig the election again. Ladies and gentlemen, they are actively in front of our eyes getting ready to do the same thing they did in 2020. They are rigging the election again. And because we're actually paying attention this time, we got a small victory and they're having to correct it. But we're going to point it all out to you guys and show you this is just the test run. They're going to rig the election again. One more time. They are going to rig the election again, which is why it is so important that we make this too big to rig. I see the chat blowing up. Keep it blowing up again. Do you believe that they're going to try to rig the election? Comment yes or no. Let's blow the chat up. I want the chat on fire because we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm angry. I have no sleep, and I'm just at the point where don't come at me with some stupid comments today because I am not in the mood. We almost got in an argument pre-show. Like
whatever you guys do, don't talk about gluten today.
I got zero patience. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody that is in the show for today. Ladies and gentlemen, he survived COVID.
I did not have COVID.
Not Mexico cartel torturer Tony at the back.
Why do I keep getting names tagged onto my...
We should add COVID survivor.
COVID survivor.
I didn't even have COVID.
COVID survivor.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, whatever. Producer Royce is here. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear a hoodie next time. I have to wear a hoodie.
Everybody's favorite redneck, Hot Seat Todd, is in the house.
What's going on, guys? And Tony did have COVID, by the way.
There's zero chance he didn't have COVID.
100%.
And of course, I'm your host, Graham Allen.
God.
Let's go. Let's do this thing.
You guys forget I have a compromised immune system with my diabetes. So whenever I get sick, it takes me a lot longer to
He's
to
a high
recover.
risk. He's a high risk for
It just
COVID.
is. Like, I almost never get sick, but when I do it, it hits me like a ton of bricks. So
Yeah, I
it'll
wanted
take
to
me-
ask that question. Like, me and you were talking.
6
over the
vaccines deep,
weekend.
and Tony's
I did
getting...
not take any vaccine. I don't know what you're talking about. So,
It's like, yeah, every time I get sick, my blood sugar just
it
goes
does.
crazy. And I'm
It-
like,
yeah, it does. It goes through the
how
roof.
does that happen?
All right. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. First of all, good morning, everyone. I realize I don't say that enough. We hope you guys are having a fantastic day as America's going down the toilet. So, and that's kind of where I'm at
So
right
inspiring.
now. And I feel like you guys are there too. America's going down the toilet. We're also going to show you a little bit of what's going on in Venezuela. Venezuela is a warning sign to America. We literally had communists marching in Philadelphia yesterday. And now we're seeing all-out breaking of civil war in Venezuela. Ironically, if we can find that graph while we're talking, like the voting graph in Venezuela, like the comparing it between our 2020 election and their election yesterday, staggering how much it looks like. Also, super questions, $5 or more. We will do our best to get to your super question. Well, we're not going to do our best. We will get to it, but it is not obligated, but it is very much appreciated, and it keeps us free. Let's go ahead and get into our sponsor for today, Patriot Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, please stop paying for your godless demonic cell phone companies that you're giving this money to. Join me, Glenn Beck, Dana Lash, Dan Bongino, Charlie Kirk, Steve Bannon, Sebastian Gorka, and the list goes on, and make the switch to Patriot Mobile today. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham. They've got this new technology. It's an amazing thing called Patriot Mobile One, where they have dual towers named Patriot and America. If you go somewhere and AT&T is not doing too great, you can switch to the Verizon towers and vice versa. PatriotMobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham is going to give you free activation. You can keep your phone, keep your number, get a new phone, get a new number. Lord knows that most of you got crap people in your life that you need to get rid of. Get a new phone number. It makes the world a better place. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham for your Christian cell phone company needs right now. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham. All right, let's get into this stuff.
Yay.
All right, so yesterday I had more conversations than I'm willing to get into today about the opening ceremony of the Olympics. I swear...
It's coming.
To my
Creator.
Creator,
just left it alone.
I swear to my Creator, if I have to listen to one more dumb person try to tell me, well, actually, it was a nod to Greek mythology.
Oh, that part.
Up.
Get
Shut
out
your
of here.
Stupid,
No way.
Stupid face. Shut up. Just
No way.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth right now. All right. But Donald Trump did an interview last night, and they asked him about the Olympics. So let's see what Donald Trump has to say.
Have you watched any of the Olympics?
I thought that the opening ceremony was a disgrace, actually. I thought it was a disgrace.
The mocking of the Last Supper.
I thought it was
Catholics and Christians across
I thought it
across
was
the globe are outraged.
I mean, they can do certain things. I thought it was terrible.
Can you say at the next Olympics, if you're present, you'll have enough influence on the organizers that we won't be, insulting Christians?
We won't be having a Last Supper as portrayed the way they portrayed it the other night. I just think, look, I'm for everybody. I'm very open-minded. You understand.
Yeah.
You know me better than most people know me. I'm very open-minded. But I thought what they did was a disgrace.
Have you watched any of the Olympics?
Thank you. Can we not just all agree that it was weird?
Yes.
Even if at best case scenario, like we talked about yesterday, best case scenario, you're right, which it's a false god, but either way, best case scenario, it was there and it was portrayed by transgenders and there was a testicle hanging on a child's shoulder. Can we not all just agree that it was weird? Can we not just do it? Please,
I'll go
for the
one
love of
further.
everything holy.
I'll go one further. If it would have portrayed Muhammad and everybody was wearing burqas and stuff, the world would be on fire right now.
If it was Muhammad with a transgender testicle on his shoulder in the back, the world would be on fire right now.
Exactly. And that's all you need to say to shut people up. If they all would have been wearing burqas, would you be okay?
So
some people are mad I said the word testicle. That's what it's called. Testicle. It's called a testicle. That's what it's called. It is called a testicle. Don't get mad at me for using the science, like the biological terms for what it's called. Gosh, people make me mad. Yes.
My question.
Testicle.
My question is, besides testicle, my question is why? Why did they make this scene and this depiction looks so much like the Last Supper? Why couldn't they pick anything else? Like
they literally could have done anything else.
Yeah, the Olympics.
Literally,
when the guy raised his arm or whatnot, why did they have to do it so similar to the Last Supper?
Because it's biblical. I mean, it's biblical because
Demons.
we're supposed to be the only race apparently that's made fun of and picked on and persecuted. It's biblical. Number two, they just the Christian family. That's what they want to come after. That's what they want. That's it. That's what Muslims want to kill you because you're a Christian. Transgenders want to hate you and make fun of you. LGBT LMNOP people want to make fun of you because you don't agree and you're not going to prop them up and say, yes, you can be a woman or you can be a man and men can get pregnant. That's why they're doing it.
Yes,
I mean, it's that
I agree,
simple.
but we got to move on. I'm done talking about these demonic demons right here. Thing. All right, but Ron DeSantis weighed in on it as well. Let's hear what Ron DeSantis had to say.
I look at this Olympics opening ceremony, and honestly, like, I wasn't like necessarily, I don't get offended. People say things that I disagree with all the time, but I was just sad seeing this. It's like, that was really a symbol of the decline of Western civilization.
100%.
I don't think on the closing ceremony they're going to do anything where they mock Islam. I don't think that's going to happen. I'd be willing to bet a lot of money that doesn't happen. And so when they're doing that, and they're mocking the Last Supper like that, it just shows that so much of, particularly Western Europe, they've really walked away from the values that once made those countries great. And so we're in that battle here in the United States and have been for many, many years about are we going to be rooted in truth? Are we going to be rooted in things that have real serious meaning? And, of all the things that you can say is we've put our stake in the ground here in Florida very strong, and people have responded by us being the top destination for people to want to move to. So there you go. Thanks.
There you go. Mic drop. All right, let's move on. Yesterday, Joe Biden has apparently, I guess they 25th amended him after all. He refers to himself as a former president, while still supposedly supposed to be the president. Hit play.
No president, no former president, not me, not one, not one.
Not one.
As he should have been given the
Lick 'em.
And then he can't talk.
Lick him!
Lick 'em.
Lick him!
Corn pop.
What we didn't talk about yesterday is it's been confirmed that Kamala Harris gave the nod with Obama and Pelosi, that is what actually was the defining thing. Like, this has been confirmed by multiple outlets now.
That pushed him out.
They were going to 25th Amendment him.
Yep.
If he did not agree to step down.
Yeah, he was threatened with it, right?
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Obama gave him the call and said, hey, Kamala is on board to do this. If you do not get out of the race, we're going to formally 25th Amendment you.
Isn't that treason?
Dude,
No.
it's all treason. Every bit of it.
25th
Every bit of it.
Amendment's in
It's
the
a coup.
Constitution.
It's
No,
a
no,
coup.
I get that. I'm just
by
saying-
every
I'm just saying they're
definition,
threatening
it's a
him with it,
coup.
though.
You're threatening the president of the United States. President of the United
If he
States.
had any sense, he would be like, go for it, because it's never going to pass. It needs
COUP.
majority. It needs majority vote in Congress. That would never happen. The Republicans, if they had any sense, would go, we're not voting for that.
25th Amendment for political gain is treason.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
I'm just saying it was a coup. That's all I'm getting at.
Corn pop should have been
Have
like.
you guys seen all those? Have you guys seen all those pictures of him with various leaders throughout the 3 years? And now
Dude,
this last month, he's like 10 feet taller.
Yeah, dude, he's gotten like 8 feet taller, man. I'm telling you.
It's
He's
just-
wearing stilts.
All right. Let's get into our next sponsor. We got to thank our friends over at Silent. We've seen it time and time again. Somebody exposes the truth just to be labeled as a conspiracy theorist. It's basically like, I just need a shirt that says that. But we call them truth tellers or realists. We've seen the government use geofencing to track the devices of individuals on January 6th. The FBI literally has a department for this now, leading to unwarranted arrests without evidence of wrongdoing. Stop big tech and government overreach. There's no other option. You have to protect yourself. Silent offers an efficient and easy solution to protect your location and personal data. Their Faraday products block all incoming and outgoing signals so no one can get their hands on your information. Simply place your device inside, close the sleeve, and that's it. You're off the grid, untrackable, and safeguarded from unauthorized access. Go silent today at slnt.com/Graham to save 15% plus free shipping on qualifying orders. Stay ahead of what's coming and secure your privacy today. Again, that's slnt.com/Graham for 15% off and free shipping on qualified orders. slnt.com/Graham, slnt.com/Graham. All right, let's get into this Venezuela stuff. Venezuela is on fire. If you think that Venezuela should be a warning sign to America, because we are headed that way. Okay, so for those of you who don't remember, just really quick, Venezuela was once like the destination place to go. It was a thriving economy. It was beautiful. It was amazing. People went there on vacation all the time. And then this thing called communism stepped in. And now you've got moms walking with their infant children 4 miles one way to get their daily ration for the day and then coming back. Well, they had an election yesterday. Do we have that graph, by the way?
Yes.
They had an election yesterday. And it looked like the non-communist party was going to win. And then all of a sudden, there was this gigantic jump. Now, this may look very familiar to you. This was Joe Biden's graph in the 2020 election. Can we go back to the thing? Just, are they side by side if you go small on this? Yeah, look at this. Tell me again that the 2020 election was not rigged. It's the same photo. It's the exact same thing.
Go off, Graham. Go off.
And yet again, we sit here like morons going, oh, I love it the way things are going. Everything's great. Oh, don't you just love society and how everything's going? It's all burning. It's all burning next to us, people. This is the one. We got 97 days. I'm telling you, it ain't eerily similar. I just saw somebody's comment, eerily similar. It's identical. Look at the jump. It is a straight vertical line. It doesn't happen that way.
I love how they did this, and they're like, oh, wait, still not close enough. Do it again. Boom.
Oh
like they got right.
Like,
they just
dude,
barely got right there. They're like, wait a second.
Did Rocky IV teach us nothing?
Look. Okay, so here's the point. Dan Bongino says this all the time. Apparently, it's just not bad enough yet.
I guess not, man.
There's people in my life right now that I know for a fact are still going to vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Because I guess
I don't get it.
It's just not bad enough yet. But for the people in Venezuela that have been living under communism for quite a while, we literally had people marching in Philly. Can you find that really quick? Because I don't think we played that yesterday. Just type in Philadelphia communist, and I'm sure it'll be the first video that pops up in Twitter. Yesterday, like 500 people in Philadelphia, the place where everything actually happened here in America, the place the original White House was, marched with communist flags downtown, like being like, yay, communism.
Like literally
this happened
with the
here
sickle
in America
logo. They're like, hey, we love communism.
Did you find it, Royce?
It's great.
I think I found it.
It's just a lot of red flags walking down the road.
Got it.
Okay, let's just play that real quick because we didn't show people that yesterday. This is happening in America right now.
Like, dude.
Communist of America. Just there they are. Look at these mouth breathers, man. I'm telling you, these people walk with their mouth open 24/7. This is happening in America. And people are like, Graham, why are we talking about Venezuela? Exhibit A. Here we go.
Yeah,
we got rigged elections and we got people that want communism in America. But let's show you some of the clips coming out of Venezuela right now, because this should be a warning sign to Americans. All right, let's play some of this stuff. These are people literally just taking to the streets. Okay, so here we go. I mean, you see it. Like, dude, people are getting fed up with this kind of stuff. Let's keep going. We'll go quick through this because we got other things to talk about. And I know people are like, this is Venezuela. What does this have to do with anything? America's getting close, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play this real quick. These are people praying for their country, I guess. All right, next. Keep going.
I'm tearing down statues.
Yeah, that's Hugo Chavez statue right there. Bye. See you later. Get the crap out of here.
Doesn't that remind you of Iraq when they tore down Saddam Hussein?
Yeah, Saddam Hussein.
Yep.
All right.
Very close.
This is interesting to me.
Reports coming out. Police officers in Venezuela removing their uniforms and joining the freedom fighters, refusing to kill. Oh, so that must be a police officer taking it. Oh, there you go. Yeah. See, you guys think, man, you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention quick. Things could get bad here real quick. All right. You get the point. The point is, this is what happens. This is what happens when you continue to just stick your head in the sand for too long. Okay. If you think that communism cannot happen here in America, I don't know how to
keep voting.
I don't know how to not call people morons, guys. I don't know how to do it.
And
I've tried to figure it out. I don't know how.
We talked a little bit about this. Do you feel sorry for them? Like, I mean, but in the grand scheme of things, do you? Because they allowed this to happen.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the young kids that had nothing to do with it.
Folks my age,
but the sins of their fathers are coming back to rule to punish them.
That's what I tell
people. This is what happens when weak men do nothing.
Exactly.
Is this every one of them people? And Graham, the First Amendment, and they can do whatever. And you're right. And I will always stand beside that. But that doesn't mean that I don't have the First Amendment to call those people morons.
100%.
Because that's exactly what they are.
People like if by some, I say miracle, some by cheating scandal, Kamala gets elected. We just gonna sit back and just go enjoy. Like, anyway, I don't want to hear it.
Anyway, we got to move on. Let's get into the wellness company here, especially with Tony. He had the bird flu, so he needs this more than anybody else. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our personal responsibility to be prepared. And fortunately, Tony, you can get medications like Tamiflu easily without having to book an office appointment with your old physician. The wellness company developed the Contagion Kit, Tony, a prescription-only stockpile of life-saving medications, including Tamiflu, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and a Z-Pack. Medications that every American should have in the medicine cabinet. Do you have what your family needs this time around, Tony? Because most doctors still won't even consider prescribing ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine. Easily order online the one-of-a-kind prescription Contagion emergency kit from the Wellness Company. This kit gives you everything you need to protect you against the bird flu, COVID-19, and or any other respiratory illness. All you got to do is go to twc.health/Graham right now. If you use the promo code Graham, it saves you $30 at checkout plus free shipping. What are you waiting on? Don't be like Tony. Go to twc.health/Graham, promo code Graham now. Sorry, Tony, I had to use you on that one.
Oh, dude, it's totally fine. Everything you said is just
I think next time
it's cracking me up.
Yes,
I think next time Tony should read it and be like, "Hi, I'm Tony."
Hi, I'm Tony. Don't be like me.
It just cracks me up because you forget that I grew up with a wife and 3 daughters in the same house, so everything you're saying is just like, it's funny.
Tony should do those commercials
thick
like,
as leather, man.
Hi, my name's Tony, and I have IBS. You ever seen those?
Yes.
Or hi, my name's Michael, and I have ED. Like this.
Yes.
Like the most.
I'm sorry. My favorite ones are the STD commercials where they're like smiling, talking about it. I'm like, I wouldn't be smiling.
You
bro.
can lead a semi-normal life with
gonosypha herpelitis.
I love at the end when they're like,
so
it could have side effects like death.
Yeah. Could make you worse. All right. Anyway, we got to move on. Okay. So last week we talked about the fact that the Secret Service, and when we show you this new evidence, it just makes complete sense. The Secret Service, rather than just doing their job, told President Trump that they really need him to stop doing outdoor rallies. Well, President Trump has thought about it, I guess, and now has this to say. We can go to that. Let's see. All right. So this is a report. Who is this from? Who's this article from?
New York Post.
New York Post. Trump vows to keep holding outdoor rallies as he reveals Melania was watching live when he was shot. She can't really even talk about it. So Donald Trump has said, forget you. I'm not letting these people scare me. In fact, they're planning right now a rally back in Butler, Pennsylvania, and people asked him why, and he said because they were robbed of it, and I'm not going to let some lunatic do it. And then here's him actually talking about it. Let's play it.
So you're going back to Butler to finish that speech, to give another speech.
I'm going back to, it's interesting to finish it. You say, and now to proceed
continued,
from where.
To be continued.
Yeah, I mean,
why? Why
it's
do
a very interesting way of looking at it.
I mean, I think that's, I think I've said that was a good idea. It's a good idea. Why?
I think it's important symbolically. I don't think we should be stopped by somebody that has severe mental problems or whatever his problem was.
You're going to do rallies outside.
Yeah, I'm going to do rallies.
A lot of. So you're going
Pause.
back.
All right.
Love
if
it.
you're voting for Donald
Love
Trump,
it.
I want to see Trump 2024 in the comment section right now. If that is your president and you're voting for Trump in November, put Trump in the chat right this second. This is also where we remind you to hit that like button as well. More people need to see this because that is a man and that's my president. Donald
Do you
Trump.
think it's going to be in the same spot?
I would do it
I'm
in
sure.
the exact same spot.
Matter of fact,
situation.
I would speak from the roof that the
I
shooter
would.
was on.
I'd
would.
get a bullhorn from
right
the
here,
roof.
boys.
His first words should be when he gets to the rally. As I was saying, that should be the first
Yes.
words out of his
Yes. I
don't know,
mouth
there's a lot of
when he
slope
goes
on
to
that
the
roof.
rally. Look,
Yes.
hey man,
That's very funny.
what did he say? What did he
He
say?
said there's a lot of slope in that roof.
I don't know
yeah.
if he could do it.
Well, we didn't say the Secret Service would get up there. We said Trump would get up there.
Yeah, because Trump can do it.
Anyway, all right, let's keep moving on. This is Donald Trump recalling, giving a little inside info about Melania during this time. Let's play this.
What was Melania's reaction, if you don't mind my asking? I know this is very personal. When she learned about what happened on that field in Butler.
She was watching.
Oh, she was watching in real
She
time.
was watching live. It was all over the place. It was on television. It was on your network, but it was all over the place. And she was watching. I asked her that. I mean, I wasn't there. I was on the ground. And when the world started to, like, you could talk to people, I said, so what was your feeling? And she was, she can't really even talk about it.
Traumatized.
Which is okay, because that means she likes me.
She
Well, she loves me.
That's good.
I mean, let's say she could talk about it freely. That wouldn't be, I'm not so sure which is better. But she either likes or loves me, and that's nice. But I will say this, look, she was, when I went down, she thought the worst had happened, because I went down. And I grabbed my hand, and I saw it was, my hand was loaded up with blood. You see it in slow motion, instant replay. You know, we had hundreds of press there. So this was covered live. They would have had instant replay and everything else, which they already do in this. But supposing the worst happened, you know, one man, Corey, was killed, hit
Compared to
horribly,
amazing man.
horribly in the head. And, to guard it, he was guarding his family.
That's why
His
how
daughter
important
and
it
his-
is to get to the bottom of why this
Oh,
was
it's very
allowed to
important.
occur. I mean,
No,
he
no.
died. What was
Again, I think, and here's the thing, and we're going to get to it in a minute. They're wanting to eliminate this, just like they're trying to eliminate Kamala Harris's bad past at the borders are and all this other kind of stuff. They are trying to eliminate the fact that Donald Trump was an attempted assassination of his life. And here's the things that you must connect the dots on. In the next video, we're going to show you the new Secret Service video that has come out. Here's the thing. Everything that happened with Biden happened within a week after the failed assassination attempt. Okay, so there's one. We know for a fact that they called for additional Secret Service support, and it was denied by Director Cheadle, who has since resigned. Okay, we know for a fact that they identified the guy at minimum 30 minutes before all this happened, and we're fixing to get into more stuff here. We've already shown you video footage of them on a roof and how they didn't cover that roof because it was, quote, too dangerously sloped.
Too slopey.
For Secret Service. We know for a fact that Mayorkas is trying to block people from being able to speak about it. We know for a fact now that that it was deemed a low-level security threat. And we know for a fact that there was a clear line of sight because you've had people like Eli Crane, a former SEAL team sniper and things like that have gone out there, Corey Mills, Green Beret, that have gone out there, and every single person with any type of training of any kind has said that there is no way that anyone with any amount of rational thought would have let that roof go. And the fact, here's the thing, and we're going to play you this groundbreaking clip in just a second. You need to hit that like button. You need to hit that follow button right now. After everything that we've heard, how are people not in jail?
Yeah.
And that's where you need to ask yourself where we are as a country. How are these people not on trial already? How are these people, if this was a normal police department guarding the mayor and this happened, every deputy would have already been fired and be facing criminal charges for neglect right now.
True.
But nothing. The only person that has resigned is Director Cheadle, and we'll see if she gets any kind of trial at all. But that right there should remove you from any faith in our systems at all.
Yeah.
But now, go ahead.
Just for the fact that location in Butler, tactically speaking, was probably the easiest to protect that he's been at.
So layup.
It's easy. You have a roof, a water tower, and another roof, and everything else is wide open. This man has spoke in the Bronx. He spoke in several places where I promise you it's a lot harder to guard. And by that fact alone, like, I'm sorry, everybody needs to be called to the carpet at this point. Everybody, including local police, to get to the bottom of this. But it's not happening. We all know why. I mean, it's just that simple. We know why.
I still don't understand. I don't think it's ever been explained unless you guys heard something. But how did he even get the gun anywhere near there? We know that he was checked and he walked in with a rangefinder, but that's all that
they're claiming that he went and hid it ahead of time. Oh, and that's another thing. We also now know that he flew a drone over the event a couple hours before. All right, let's get to it. First of all, before we play this, and it's going to upset you, I'm not going to lie. Do you believe that this was an inside job, in my opinion, brought down from the highest level up, the Biden administration, to take out Donald Trump? I believe so. I believe all the evidence. How can I put it? Jack Posobiec said, I'm not saying it was an inside job, but I'm not saying it was an inside job. If you think it was, comment yes or no in the chat. Let's hit play on this.
Like 1, 2, a car. I mean, dude, like how?
There's fucking cops surrounding this whole entire fucking building right now.
You hear them? Like, people are like, whoa. So they see the guy. Look, they're pointing to him right now.
There's something going on.
Pause, real quick. Pause. Okay, so we're only 23 seconds into this clip. They see the person. Why is the president not have been speared, tackled off of the stage already? They literally see him right now. This, in my opinion, even the first 23 seconds is the most definitive proof right this second. They see him. And the president, you can hear him still talking in the background. What in the crap is going on?
And you can't tell me that, well, we didn't have radio comms or whatever. You pull out your gun and you pow, 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 pow. That's shoot it in the air.
Radio comms. Why don't you have radio comms?
Exactly. Well, I'm not saying they did or didn't. I'm
saying
before
we went out on a mission, the first thing that we had to do, comms check. What are you talking about? This is the most basic crap ever. This is an inside job. Keep going. Look.
He's over there. Go around that side.
Look, and people are staring at him. Normal people.
There's somebody in this building.
Dude, it's not easy. Like, what are you doing, man? Like,
You see what the cop's doing right there? He was just adjusting a radio. I'm just saying. That's what that was. He was adjusting his radio.
Dude, it's like, hey, you're talking
look
about
at people running. They're like, whoa, something's going on.
I like this.
This is so this is a time frame of 6:10 to 6:15. So Trump was shot at 6:11. Okay, so at minimum, they spotted the dude right before he shot. But yet Trump You hear him? He's still talking. Look at.
Here it comes. He just said the chart. Let's see. Trump's attempted. His cell phone was confiscated by FBI. Wow.
There it is.
There it is. No.
Make it small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Shots haven't been fired yet. He's got a gun. That guy's gone. There it is.
Jeez.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if this footage just shocked you to your core, comment yes or no in the chat. If you now believe that this was an inside job, comment yes or no in the chat.
I'm sorry.
Why aren't every single one of those officers fired? Did you see how long it took from there? And this is just one instance. Did you see how, and this is why you need to hit that like button and hit that share button right now. Do you see how long they saw the guy on the roof and the president was still allowed to be on the stage? This video alone was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. For 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and this is just when the person finally picked up their phone and started recording. For 2 minutes and 19 seconds, they knew he was on the roof. They knew somebody was on the roof, but they still allowed the president of the United States to continue speaking. On nowhere on planet Earth does this make any kind of sense. Oh, their radios weren't working. Why don't you have comms? Oh, well, they were local PD. Why you got local PD not knowing what to do? Oh, the range of an AR-15 is 400 to 600 meters. That's 150 meters away. Why don't you have a bigger perimeter than that? What the crap is going on? There is no way, after seeing everything. And this is why I continue to say, President Trump, you are not safe.
No.
You are not safe,
No.
Mr. President.
No.
I would not, I would, fine, have you like one Secret Service person and I'd hire a bunch of former ex-SOCOM guys to protect you for the rest of the time.
And they'll
Because-
do it
Allowed
for
to
free.
decline Secret Service, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
He can
would.
decline it and do his own thing.
Because there is no way that this was not an inside job. After everything, just that video alone, did you see how long it felt like we were sitting here waiting on something to happen? It's like, wow, this is taking a long time.
Yep.
That's how long it took. And that's not even, they knew about this guy hours before. And then they claim they lost him in the crowd. Okay, so now you got a record of a dude that you saw, you lost him, and now you see somebody on the freaking roof and you're just standing there. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Can I ask you guys, because you obviously are in this world, right, of all this stuff, as far as like law enforcement and all that, military.
Yeah, kind of.
You know exactly what went down there now. Walk us through exactly what should have happened from the moment that they realized this person was there.
The president should have been tackled. Yeah. Call, like, get, like, I don't know what their code words are. Get the freaking president out now.
So they see this
now.
guy, and it's just get the president out.
It is better to be abundantly cautious and then bring the president back out if it turns out to be nothing.
And not to mention, like, they knew, they have come out and said that they knew that was a risk area. As soon as they saw that guy on the roof, they should have unalived him.
The president should have a black eye from a Secret Service person tackling him like to the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like it is so baffling to me. Just everything. Even when we were doing like high profile escorts for hearts and minds stuff through like a town.
Yeah.
So our general could meet like the local village leader or whatever in Iraq.
Dude, we were so rough with people, man.
Dude, like if
man.
there was a threat at all, it didn't matter if it was a 1 star or not. Like that dude got thrown to the ground, like until we could get them out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is so basic elementary stuff. It's just
and that's
there's
why
no
he's
way
not
this
safe.
wasn't an inside
yeah,
job.
and that's why he's not safe because Royce, this was a layup. Like
Yes.
this was easy. There was only 2 places somebody could have took a shot from, that roof or that water tower. Now, the water tower is very simple. You can see everything up there through a sniper's nest easily. The roof, that's why as soon as they see somebody on that, the dude's gone. It's over. A gun fired. There are so many scenarios, and that's why I agree that
Can we find the iconic photo while we're talking about
that this was planned. And I'm not saying it was planned ahead of time. There's no way, because if it was pre-planned, you don't put a shooter that misses. Okay? That's why I think this was a planned opportunity. Like, basically, hey, there's somebody on the roof. We have an opportunity here. That's how I...
No. This is what I think. I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
I think this was an inside job because I don't think that this is the only rally that someone could have taken him out.
No way.
And because of the
100%.
fact... So this is the photo that ended up coming out of this. And here's the thing. This photo, as iconic as it will be for the rest of American history, our counter is broke again, by the way. This photo should have never been allowed to happen in the first place, and everyone involved should be fired. This photo, as iconic as it will be, and it will be in the history books for the rest of American history, it should never have happened across the board. But it did.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the next part. And that brings us to what I feel is even scarier. If you believe that they're going to do everything they can to rig the election, comment yes or no in the chat right now. I want the chat to blow up. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen this photo. We all watched it live. We all know this photo to be true. Well, yesterday, people started reporting that independent fact checkers, PolitiFact, USA Today, all these fact checkers, right, started putting restrictions on people's account by saying that this was a altered and fake photo. This is real, an altered and fake photo. So people did what they do. They took to X to start saying, hey, look at all this crap that is going on. They're trying to censor this stuff. If you believe that they're trying to censor this photo, what happened to Donald Trump to affect the election, comment yes or no. All right. So when Facebook got caught, Facebook issues a statement. And so let's go to Facebook's statement. New York Post is reporting Facebook admits it wrongly censored an iconic photo of bleeding Trump pumping his fist after assassination attempt, saying, quote, this was an error. This was an error. This was an error. I've gotten a couple of those before. But Jesse Waters says it best here. Why do these errors only seem to keep happening one way? Play it.
Can you ask Facebook's AI if the Trump assassination was real? This is how it responds. Are you ready? There was no real assassination attempt on Donald Trump. I strive to provide accurate and reliable information, but sometimes mistakes can occur. To confirm, there has been no credible report or evidence of a successful or attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Facebook says they'll fix it, but all these errors are made in the same direction. They're not even satisfied with rewriting history. They're just trying to erase it. Can you ask Facebook's AI?
It's real
I have a question for you guys, but before I ask it, I need to explain myself a little bit before I ask it. About 3-4 weeks ago, we were talking about the state of our country, and right after the debate between Trump and Biden and before the assassination and whatnot, I said a comment more like, I hope our country could come together and everybody, let the process happen with the election and whatnot. But with all this coming out now, the assassination attempt, they're already trying the interference for the election, everything that they're blocking. I'm starting to lose hope and faith of our country being able to unify back together. Yeah. Because no matter what happens in November, whichever party wins, I think they're still going to inherit a broken country. Yeah. And if either way, like I said, even whether Harris is there or Trump is there, I don't think that we're going to be able to get a 100% 100% legal election and whatnot, and get the president in there or whatnot. But my question to you guys is, and again, I'm reiterating the fact that I think we're headed for a tinderbox of something happening. Something's gonna pop off.
Powder keg.
And I hope I'm 100% wrong.
You're not.
But I've talked to many people in Oregon, and I've seen so many videos of people on the left saying that the assassination attempt was fake, that too bad they missed, all kinds of ignorant comments like that they're thinking that all this was fake because Trump was trying to make a scenario where he was trying to prompt himself up so he can win the election. And I just feel like the left is putting us to be enemies more than we are Americans, or more than citizens. My question to you guys is, what do you guys think is going to happen in November? I know a lot of the answers are going to be, I don't know.
Yeah, this is way bigger. Like, yes, this election is the battle between good and evil. It just is. But more so, they are doing everything they can to take everything from us and Trump being able to win this election for several reasons, because they know if Trump does get elected, they lose total control. Like, he's coming after Facebook, he's coming after Meta, he's coming after all of this stuff. But also, once he's elected, all of this stuff that's happened during this assassination attempt goes public. It all goes public. And they know this. So now more than ever, they have to shut him down by any means possible.
Yeah. The country burns either way.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom.
It does.
The country burns no matter what happens November the 5th. If Donald Trump loses this election, after what we've seen, after now we're seeing the Democrats cheat again, after Kamala Harris can barely fill a high school gymnasium, Donald Trump has 100,000 people show up in Jersey. Okay, he's packing out stadiums. If we see him lose again, I think the right is to the point where they're done. They're done. Now, do I think that they'll go out and murder people and all this stuff? No. I think you'll see a lot of states go, that's it. We're done. I think you'll see votes of non-confidence of the government, and I think they're going to be
moving to Texas.
I think they're done. Like I do. I think that the United States of America is done. If Donald Trump wins, I think that you better have a lot of guns.
Yeah, a lot.
Because the left is going to burn cities. They are going to come after you because they view you as less than people. Turning Point had a man on the street thing where they were talking about, do you condemn violence against humans? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. And they're like, so you condemn the assassination attempt on Donald Trump? And they said, well, no, not him. So, and the reason why is because you need to understand that these people do not view you as people. They do not view me as a person. They view us as a cancer. They view us as a disease that needs to be eradicated. But it doesn't just stop there. Let's go to the other things that Google is in on this stuff too. So let's show you some things. Now, since this has been made public by Elon Musk and everybody else, Google has now fixed it to where if you search Donald Trump, see here, this is a video taken where you search the name Donald Trump and every single headline, news about Harris Donald Trump, every single headline was directing you to Kamala Harris. Now, I believe we have, if you search Kamala Harris, what happens as well in this tweet. I think we do.
I think it's just the one.
I thought it had both.
Mm-mm.
Okay, what's the next thing we got? Don't we have something else?
Not on that. We go.
Okay, all right. There was one that showed that if you searched Kamala Harris, did the same thing. Go back to it here. So now if you go and you search Donald Trump assassination, remember yesterday we showed that you couldn't find it. Now you can. Now if you type in Donald Trump articles will pop up. But it's only because we are finding it and we are saying something and we're drawing so much attention to it that they must go in there and they must fix it.
Can I just say thank you, Elon Musk, Thank you.
Do you guys realize how screwed we would be?
Yes.
If it wasn't for Rumble and X right now. And I know that we're streaming on every platform. There you go. Yeah. So look, yesterday, if you search Kamala Harris, it was all Kamala Harris stuff. But if you search Donald Trump, it was also Kamala Harris stuff. Now, if you do this, for all of you that are fixing to write, I just tried it and it's working fine. Yeah, now they fixed it because we found it and we called them out on it. But the only reason it's working is because of Rumble and X. Do you guys realize how in trouble we would be if we did not have these two platforms? I don't even know. I have no idea.
I'm kind of convinced that if Elon never came in and bought Twitter,
man,
and Twitter was continuing to do what they were doing, that
it would never come out. Yeah, no, this would have never come out. The assassination attempt would be fake and cheap fakes, and nobody would be able to prove the difference.
Correct.
It just wouldn't. Because nobody watches like the news anymore. Nobody watches Fox News or CNN. No, they get their media and their news from social media.
It's people like Elon is the reason why their plan didn't work, which obviously is why they are attacking these people so hard. I saw a video. I mean, you were just talking about how, they make us look a certain way, like we're bad and we're rad, whatever. I saw a video of a YouTuber named Roman Atwood, very popular YouTuber. To my knowledge, I don't think he's Republican. I don't know if he weighs any way in politics, but he said that he has his big American flag in his house, and people come over and they automatically assume, oh, you're a Trump voter, you're this, you're this, you didn't vote for Kamala, you should vote for Kamala and all this crap. And he's like, honestly, I don't care about any of that. I'm just an American. He's like, why can't I just have an American flag? And the fact that the Republican Party is now just being stereotyped as patriots, and people who have American flags are Republicans, which has been this way for a long time. But people who are center right or centered in politics are now being accused of, which isn't a bad thing, accused of being Republican for having an American flag in their house.
Yeah. It's a dark day when being a patriot is a bad thing.
Yeah, and so Elon comes out and he tries to create something that's free speech, and they immediately start saying, oh, he's a Trumper. Well, big whoop, look, he came out as he's a Trumper.
It's hard not to be.
Yeah. It's hard not to be.
Well, they made
and Elon
him a
put it
Trumper.
this way once. Elon put it this way. He had a graph. Sorry, I'm talking so long. He had a graph where it was like Republican, Democrat, and there was a line in the middle. It was like him in 2010. He was in the middle. The left has moved so far this way that middle line has now crossed over, and where he was, he stayed put. He's now on the Republican side.
Joe Rogan too.
And that's the reality of it. And that's the reality of it. The middle, where the middle is now, is so far left. It's where the left used to be.
True. And I see a lot of people talking about use Brave as a search engine. I don't disagree with you, but listen, here's where you miss the mark. The people that use Brave are voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the problem is the vast majority of people use Google. And they're not YouTube going to not use Google. And here's the scary part. They're testing it. That's what this is. This was a test. It was a test. They're testing it. It was a test. It's the same thing that the Olympics tried to invoke the DMCA to where, the opening ceremony couldn't be reposted. It's the same thing where they're like, oops, my bad. It's the same thing that TikTok does. TikTok, if you have a video that starts to go viral, that's telling the truth, TikTok will ban it for community guidelines violations. Then you appeal it, but it takes 3 days for the appeal to go through.
Just to slow it down.
And then the virality is gone.
Happens to me every day.
Correct. That's what they do. That's how they do it. Okay? So again, I say, if you believe that they are doing everything they can to get ready to rig this election, I hate to say it, harder and bigger than they did in 2020, comment yes or no in the comment section right now. Ladies and gentlemen, things are getting worse. They are not getting better. You better buckle up and hang on for the next 97 days because it's fixing to get wild and crazy up in these streets. It's fixing to get wild. It's fixing to get nuts. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. I see it getting worse. And I sit here as a person, I've been doing this for 10 years, And, you know, to see how far it's degraded since when I started.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it this bad?
No. And that's what I mean. You know, everybody gets mad at us. They're like, why don't you just do this or do this? I mean, you know, there's going to come a point where Rumble and X is all we've got.
Yeah.
But, you know, and that's why it's so important for you guys to support the sponsors that support this show, because that's the only way that we're able to continue to bring you this stuff. Because we don't get the monetization that the left does. We don't get that. We don't get the $100,000 a month off Facebook for making videos and stuff. We get none of that stuff. And, you know, that's why we ask you, you know, to please support the sponsors that support us and or donate to the show by asking super questions. Because if you think that it's bad now, give it another 45 days. The next 97 days, you're going to see mass censorship. Mm-hmm. You're going to see it. You're going to see accounts get hit. I would not be shocked if I get kicked off of Meta platforms at some point before the election. It would not shock me. I hope it doesn't happen, but it wouldn't shock me. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And that's why we need your help. That's why Rumble needs your help. That's why Twitter needs your help. That's why all the independent creators that you listen and watch all the time, we need your help. How can you help? You can tune in, you can share, you can donate by asking super questions. You can support the sponsors that are putting money behind the show, that are like-minded, Christ-centered individuals. You can do that because the next 97 days, this is all we're going to be able to have. And it's vitally important that we're able to continue to stream to you. It's vitally important that we're not reliant upon anyone but you. Because that's how we fight and that's how we move forward. Yeah. I think we're going to end it there today for the show. We can talk about white dudes for Kamala tomorrow.
White dudes and white women.
As cringy as that is, it's really white women for Kamala. They're just dressed as men.
So cringy.
Anyway, but I want us to pray while viewership is at its height. I think we've got our counters down. I think we've got like close to 14,000 people watching across all platforms. And so, Todd, why don't you pray us? Why don't you pray us today?
Absolutely, no problem. Let us bow, Father. We come to you in a desperate need, not just as sinners, individuals, as followers of your Son, Jesus Christ, but as a country, as a nation, and as a brother and a sisterhood. Father, we need you now more than ever, not just your power and your protection, but we need your guidance. There's a lot of people out there that don't know what to do, that don't know where to turn, that don't know what to say. And Father, I ask that you give us, not just the four here on this show, that you give us the words that we need in order to change the hearts and minds of the people that hear our voice, but that you give the words and the compassion and love to to people that watch this show to go out into the world and spread the message of you. And that message is of grace, love, mercy, but also responsibility. That all of us take this opportunity to take action in our communities in these dark times that we have in our country's history, and use that ability and that strength to change one life at a time within our circle and grow that circle, that we can change the face of our nation, that we can do it, but that we have to accept the fact that only through you and your power that we can make that change. Father, for every listener that's hearing my voice now, if there's one out there that does not know you, that does not feel your presence, or somebody that does know you that is far from you, I just ask that you meet that person where they are and that you show them who you are, that you reveal the real God to them, the love and the grace that is new for us every single day. Father, we love you, and we pray all these things in Jesus' name, and all God's people said.
Amen. All right. This is where we remind you to hit the like button. If you enjoyed this show, if this show brought something to you, make sure to hit that like button right now. The more you hit the like button, the more people see it. There's like 15,000 of you on all platforms. Wherever you're watching right now, we need you to hit the like button, Please go back and comment in the comment section. Do you believe it was an inside job, the attempt at Donald Trump's life? Do you believe they're trying to rig the elections? Comment in the actual comment section and let us know. Hit the like button, hit the share button, comment in the comment section. Let's get to super questions.
Here we go. From Jesse Paz 94. I think Graham is mad because his gluten allergies are kicking in. I knew that was coming.
At this point, fine. Gluten intolerance activated. It's not a gluten allergy. It's a gluten intolerance. We learned from the scholars of gluten. They've got their PhD in gluten resistance.
In gluten.
From CH Miller 0904. I wonder how many of those marching are illegal. You know what? I bet you none of them. Because if you ever talk to somebody that's from another country that is communistic, they will tell you, they hate it. So I guarantee you, they're all American citizens that have no clue. I promise you. That's the same people that approach gays for Palestine. They're just stupid. Bat Praying. The videos show that instead of leaving their countries, these illegals need to fight for their rights to change their own countries. I agree. But, I mean, it is easier to just, Tony's here. It's easier. Bald Hawk 21. Kamala Harris, Big Mike Obama is my fear of happening. What would happen if this combination wins? Dude, I'm scared that if that combination happens,
not going to be good.
Yeah,
I'm never taking the sick day again because when I come back, you guys just keep on throwing it at me. So F all you guys.
That'll teach you. Echoes of Heaven.
It just worked out that the wellness company was the reason.
It was perfect. It was perfect. Echoes of Heaven in response to the demonic agenda against children. An Esther Million March has been called for October 12th in D.C., at millionwomen.org to take a stand. Men, women standing for the future. Cool. Acts 29, not. I am intending to move my family to Texas from Colorado. Please pray that the Lord will open the doors. Thank you. I love hearing believers' perspective on politics first thing in the morning. Good luck. And you'll do better. I promise. You'll do way better. Texas was great. All right. Man, they keep... Stop chatting, people. You're messing up my thing.
Stop talking.
Stop talking. Bat Prame. I have, Bat Prame, a super Bat Prame question. Okay?
That was it?
I guess.
All right.
From Kaloho, Skynet is coming. I agree. I've been saying it since I'm telling you.
Crazy stuff.
Bobcat the Wise. Hashtag, where is Joe Biden? He's taking a nap right now. Like, he's not awake yet. His
body double yesterday said he was the former president. So.
Yeah. S. Rosario 2010. The political climate has been quiet. People were on eggshells from 2020. But the assassination attempt happened. It reinvigorated conservative voices and immediately pulled people to the right. We hope. We hope. Oh, here's Bat Praying. Keep the amazing work going. You need to change Tony's theme song to Down with the Sickness.
Oh.
Yes, that was awesome.
All right, everybody get it all out because tomorrow
you
come at me, I'm coming right back at you.
That was awesome. Kaylee Baby. The question is, what do we do? How do we stop them from rigging the election? How do we peacefully protest without being labeled radicals? We need to come together as a party. Hashtag Trump 2024. The thing is you can't do anything unless you become like a poll watcher. You can volunteer to be a poll watcher at your local election.
I have breaking news.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
This is why I hate LSU with a passion.
Oh.
Joe Burrow is officially supporting Vice President Kamala Harris and even joined the White Dudes for Kamala call.
Are you surprised?
No. This is why LSU is a degenerate university.
He showed up to mini camp looking like Slim
They
Shady.
Produce degenerate human beings. Okay,
that's why you haven't won a Super Bowl,
I just had to put that out there.
Turd. Kaloho, earlier the number of live dropped dramatically to 1, then started back up. Yeah, that happens from time to time.
That was the little app we have on here that shows our numbers. Something's wrong with it. The software engineers have got to figure that out. It wasn't Rumble. It was something.
One more. S. Rosario 2010. P.S. We PCS to Chicago in January, and we are minority in our values here, but we fly Old Glory proudly. Cool.
Somebody
PCS,
just said it's not.
military.
Somebody just said it's not true, Graham. Well, Kamala Harris's HQ department tweeted that out. So, yeah, you know. I mean, I'll look into it a little bit, but it's starting to trend, so we'll see. Joe Burrow's a terrible human being.
Another reason to hate LSU.
Any
needed
YouTuber, are we good?
Yes, no, we do have YouTube.
Okay.
Like me and Graham needed another reason to hate LSU.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. This is about your show yesterday. ChatGPT is not real time. It doesn't search the internet. It was last updated 10/23 before Trump was shot.
Tell him, Royce.
That's funny because I use it for the Trump assassination, and it gives me accurate information. Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Also, there's a paid version of ChatGPT that does search the internet currently.
So people are using the cheap versions. Okay.
I use the free version, and it works for me. I literally will put in a title for a video because I wanted to write a description on the topic. Like, hey, we're making a video about this. This is the title. Can you write me this long description about this? And it'll tell me about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump that happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. I've used it. So there's a lot of rumors out there about how ChatGPT works, but that's my experience. And I don't have the paid version.
All right. Well, there you go. Next.
Take some of that.
Wow. All right. So this is from Alex X. $100. Well, $99.99. Wow. Thank you so much. But when a long train of abuse, she's in what? Usurpations pursuing invariably the same object. Events is a design to reduce them under absolute despotism. What? It is their right. It is their duty to show off such government. Okay.
Gotcha. That's somebody that's way smarter than us.
No. Okay, I got it. Yeah, and provide new guard for their future security. Yeah, okay. So you're quoting. I got you. Yes, I agree 100%. It is getting very close for us. I mean, again, our founding fathers would have already been at war. I mean, you know, and people get mad at me when I say that. They're like, "Oh, Graham, you're invoking violence." I'm just telling you the truth.
He's quoting the Declaration.
Yeah, the Declaration of Independence. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And to my point,
it took me a minute.
To my point, I'm the
when
same.
I saw despotism, I was like, "Oh, that's the Declaration of Independence." It took me a minute.
To my point, I'm the same way. I'm not provoking violence or anything like that, but I feel something's coming. I mean, come November, I think people, just like you said, Graham, something. Excuse me, something's just gonna.
He's sick.
Happen.
Graham, get out of there.
I'm not gonna get violent on anybody, but I am contemplating Airbnb in like my extra bedrooms for people's security. Like seriously. So if you see an Airbnb for Todd's house, come on.
Everybody needs to get prepared. Something needs to happen.
All right, and this is from Lauren. How do we win this election with all the cheating, rigging going on?
Make it too big to rig. That's the only thing you can.
Too big to rig is the only way. It can't be close. Here's the realest thing I'm going to say, and to close this out. If it's close, we lose. The end.
Oh, yeah.
If it's close, we lose. There is no if it's close, Donald Trump pulls it out. I'm telling you. I may end up being wrong about Kamala, and she may be the nominee. But that I can say with 1,000,000% certainty that I know for sure. If it's close, we lose.
You don't think even if it's too big to rig that they won't find a way to something in? I mean, you saw those graphs. You saw what they did.
I think then there's no question that they cheated. There's still, I would give it 60-40. 60% of Republicans still don't, they're not 100% sold that the election was rigged in 2020.
Yeah,
I'd give it 60-40.
How do you explain 2016? What do you think happened there?
They weren't prepared for it.
Side?
The Democrats.
Because CNN was saying there was a 1% chance.
The Democrats got caught off guard because of the rednecks and
then they called us off guard to not looking at the cheating because we thought Trump was just this is Joe Biden, man.
The second Hillary Clinton lost, they started planning how can we make sure this never happens again. Mm-hmm. Not by having better candidates. And here's another thing. They also weren't anticipating Facebook and all this stuff. Donald Trump was the first candidate to really, I mean, look at how many of us mega conservative stars came out during that time frame and blew up because nobody had you can't do that these days. There's no more Christian conservative superstars like skyrocketing anymore because all these parameters have been put around Facebook, and it was a perfect storm. That's how it was. Donald Trump changed everything. He changed how elections happened. He changed how people get information. He changed everything. And so ever since then, it has been about beating the system that Donald Trump used to his advantage in 2016. So again, if this thing is close, we lose. We lose.
Yeah.
We lose
100%.
if this thing is close. All right. That's all we got for this episode. Make sure you hit that like button. If this is your first time, make sure to hit that follow button. And please go back and comment in the comment section. We do so love to see your hundreds, if not thousands of comments in the comment section. Was the assassination attempt an inside job? Comment in the comment section. Do you believe they're trying to rig the election? Comment in the comment section. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We will see you guys again tomorrow. Tony, say goodbye.
Hasta mañana.
Roy, say goodbye.
See you guys.
Todd, say goodbye.
Love you, miss you, mean it.
And as always, I'm Graham Allen. Stay awake, not woke. Trust in God, not the government. And as always, stay free.